Hey everyone, and welcome back to Coins Alert. This is Rich, making another movie about XRP today. As always, I hope everyone is having a great day today, no matter where they are in the world. Let's talk about XRP. To begin, I have to read this from Cointelegraph. The IMF seems ready to move forward now. Begin using Bitcoin and digital assets, as well as digitization and the money system. As a result of digitization, new financial services and digital assets have come out that can be used to pay for things or keep their value. Don't forget that XRP and XLM were always called high-value stable coins. You can also see it right here. Exchanges, DLT systems, Central Stablecoin Network, IBM WorldWire, and RippleNet. Things finally look like they'll work out. When is this going to happen? They tell you what's going to happen before it does. We don't really know yet. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says there will be no change in the value of gold. Listen to this. When President Trump told me about the Sovereign Wealth Fund the other day, he surprised me in the Oval and asked if I could say a few words, and said, "Well, we're going to mobile. From the balance sheet we will move the assets around, and all the gold. He will get rich. The gold will be worth more now." I can say right now that we're not changing the price of gold. They are still buying up a huge amount of gold, so they aren't changing the price of gold yet. You don't just say, "Hey, we're going to change the price of gold," if you still buy it. This will come afterward. Ripple, and the best way for Ripple to work is with top banks. People around the world trust these banks more than any others. XRP could be labeled as a Tier 1 asset by JP Morgan, HSBC, or the BIS, Bank for International Settlements. This would mean that it is of the highest quality according to global financial standards, on par with gold. This means that XRP is seen as very safe and liquid, which means that banks can use it to make their balance sheets stronger, like gold. The World Economic Forum, the BIS, the IMF, and the ECB have been telling us for years what's going to happen. It looks like everything is finally coming together. We're getting very close to the new digital money scheme. This is from Michael Branch and comes from the Working Money channel. Together, dLocal and Temu make it easier for millions of people in Africa, Asia, and Latin America to find high-quality goods at low prices. dLocal works with Ripple. I'm not sure about the quality of their goods, but they're cheap. Still, it's good to see growth here as well. This is yet another way that XRP can be used. Because dLocal also buys from ODL. It's time to take off the crypto reserve crap mask and be honest. The mask comes off when you ripple off the mat. Stellar's decision to leave XLM out of the crypto reserve says a lot to people who know how power works. They then say that XLM was left out for a reason. Then they talk about how Stellar is connected to ISO, CBDCs, banking system interface, and fast transactions. XRP and XLM are not very different from each other. I always told you to keep both of these coins. It's like getting twice as much out of your money. She wasn't there and I don't know why. I still don't get it, but you know what? Hedera also wasn't there. I think Brad was there because he has been on the right side of the SEC. They've been checked out after the SEC case against Ripple. Also, Ripple always sets the standard for others to follow. Do I think there will be a hoard or store of XLM cryptocurrency? Most likely at some point, because the government is also going to change things up. This is what I mean. I think people are jumping to conclusions. As time goes on, XLM will become a very valuable coin. Buy some XLM if you want to spread your risk. The SEC Crypto Task Force under Trump now has XRP experts from Delphi Ventures. I meant to talk about this last week. That is, they say we looked at XRP more like a utility token. We figure out the long-term value of the network by looking at how much more value XRP adds compared to other Ripple goods. We came to our conclusions by figuring out how much extra XRP is needed to make deals worth something. Its network makes it easier to think that Ripple will continue to gain popularity at a fairly fast rate. It's scary how fast Ripple has been growing, and Delphi Digital now sees what I've been seeing all along. For this reason, the total cross-border payments market will grow every year and hit $230 trillion in 2028, up from $155 trillion in 2018. An S-curve helps us figure out how much of the market Ripple will have in 10 years. This is based on the idea that Ripple can get 80% of the market for cross-border payments around the world in 10 years. They think that Ripple will get 80% of the market in the next 10 years. How long will it take? Most likely not. Ripple keeps things moving forward. They are also going to buy more companies this year. Many of these purchases will be of companies that deal with money transfers in some of these countries that don't have banks. That's what I think will happen in the next 2 or 3 years. I feel like we're getting close. I believe we're even nearer than that. But I need a little more time. The hack on Watch Guru was just a show. They fired the gun without getting permission from higher-ups. There were always signs. Some banks like RBC, Westpac, and UniCredit have joined Ripple. XRP taking the place of Swift's old method. Payments are changing in the future. In other words, they say that the Swift post went live and was then hidden soon after it took place. On the other hand, banks have worked with Ripple for a long time. I believe that many of these banks want to move away from Swift because they know what they're getting with it. It takes a long time and costs a lot. If you want to go slower than Swift, I think you should fly the money around the world in your own private plane. But Swift isn't getting any more up to date. It needs to happen faster. The BIS even said that they would move forward without Swift if Swift kept putting things off. They don't care. We live in the digital age now. You have to keep up with how fast things are going or get left behind. This is what RLUSD does for safe coins. The story of $1 billion rise. RLUSD is growing a lot right now. And as I always tell you, that value hasn't shown up in XRP yet. It is still on the way. When is it going to happen? I'm sure it will happen in 2025. It's possible that RLUSD will start to gain value at some point. Once the stable coin rules are passed. That seems like it will change everything. BRIC stands for shared problems, not dollar debasing. What do I think is going on with the BRICS? There must be a lot of work going on behind the scenes among the BRICS in the United States. We're moving forward into the digital age. Everyone wants payments to be made right away. They need something quick, cheap, and safe. The BRICS are moving faster, and I think the US needs to do the same. This is the start of a new banking system. They're making everything go even faster. That's what I think is going on. They're working together to finish this faster. That's what I see taking place. To say it again, XRP healthcare is killing it. In case you missed it, with the release of medical image analysis, real-time insights, and AI-powered precision, XRP healthcare AI has taken digital health to a whole new level. This is a big step forward in our goal for global healthcare that is powered by technology. I expect the value of XRP healthcare's token to rise along with their growth. And I don't get paid for this. Let's talk about XRP health. Every one of you knows that I'm very honest with you. I would tell you if I was getting paid. This is important to note because XRP healthcare is still very cheap. It's for sale on MEXC. If you're in the US though, you need a VPN and a Palau ID to play MEXC. I would look up XRP healthcare and see which platforms in the US offer it if you want to get it. But I wanted to make sure you saw in this movie that the IMF seems ready to move forward with digital assets, most likely XRP and XLM. This has been their plan since at least 2017 or 2018. And it looks like the time has finally come. And the BIS is also moving forward at full speed. That's why I said I believe we are very near. There may be more of us than we think. I also think that most people don't know how big this is going to be. Because of the same